15 must-do moves for you guys over 40. Hey there, Coach Chris Wilson here in the Criticalbench compound. Today I am bringing you 15 of my favorite moves for you guys over 40 to help boost that testosterone and really maximize those hormones as we get older. But it goes beyond that. A lot of these moves help with feeling and being more athletic, which is I'm a huge advocate of. What good is strength if you can't move your body well as you get older? And I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a guy who likes to do a lot of active outdoor things. And these moves will help you live a better life in terms of being physically active, right? This will lead to just improved athleticism, improved strength, improved mobility, improved energy, all those things that you want. Now, if you want a little bit more information too about ways to maximize your hormones, check that pinned comment below. I have a free gift for you. It's the 7 worst testosterone killers, one of our favorite free reports. Yes, all you got to do to get it is put your email in. You can download it right away. Now back to the exercises. I'm going to take you step by step through 15 of my favorite exercises that I do in my training week to week. I'm 43 years old. The only way I'm going to keep my physique looking good and feeling good is to move in all kinds of ways. So let's get started with number 1. All right, so we're starting with one of my favorites, which is a weighted carry. There's so many ways to do a weighted carry. I'm just gonna show you a front rack position carry with a sandbag. All you wanna focus on with these is maintaining perfect posture as you walk. Shoulders are back, chest is up, eyes are on the horizon. Maintain that posture, get to the end of where you wanna go. Now, if you want to, at the after you do maybe 20 to 20 yards, 25 yards, you can always change position of the weight. So if you wanna go overhead, okay, again, our shoulders are back, posture is good, eyes are forward, chest is up, abs are tight, and then just walk strong. There's so many ways, like I said, to do weighted carries. You can hold weight at your sides, you can hold weight in one arm and not the other. But pick something like a sandbag or a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a barbell. There's so many things that you can hold. Hold it in different positions, low, middle, and high. A weighted carry, great exercise, gets the heart rate up, total body workout. Let's go to the next one. All right, here we go. Number 2, one of my favorite bodyweight exercises to do at any point in a workout is a bear crawl. Doing them trains everything. Trains your core, trains your legs, trains your shoulders, trains your arms, trains your heart. So get in a really good 4-point stance with your knees off the ground, and then what you're doing is you're moving your left with your right. So if my left arm goes, my right leg goes. And then I'm just maintaining this pattern, staying really nice and low. So keep your knees off the ground, but keep your butt low. And just walk like a creature that has 4 legs, right? Get to the end of where you want to go, turn around. If you need to take a break in between, take a break, pop it back up, and continue. You can do these laterally, you can do these backwards, you can do these dragging weight, but just get started with body weight. A wonderful exercise. Hitting everything, getting that heart rate up. One of my very favorite exercises to do. Let's move on. All right, so push-ups are vitally important because there's so many ways to do them and they train so many muscles. And so I'm gonna show you one of my favorite variations, which is simply a rolling med ball push-up. So what you wanna do is find a medicine ball that's inflated well, that's not gonna mush down too much. I like these hard rubber ones for this drill. Get yourself in a strong push-up position with your feet a little bit apart from each other, just for stability. What you wanna do is push up all the way down, up, roll over, switch hands, repeat. Roll it back. and just alternate. Now, if you want to just do some on one side and then roll and do the same amount on the other, that's fine too. This is a great drill for shoulder stability, uneven surface, and just asks a little bit more from a very basic movement, but a movement that is really essential to total body strength, working the core, firing everything up, getting you breathing heavy. That's what it's all about. Let's move on. Okay, now I told you mobility is part of being athletic for you guys over 40. So one of my favorite exercises, we here call it the world's greatest stretch because it is. So what you want to do is you want to get yourself in a kind of like a deep lunge position, but you know, the back leg is straight. Hold yourself here. Hold yourself here as long as you need to until you kind of feel your hips really sink into this, okay? Your hands are on the ground, okay? You're gonna feel this through your hip flexors, through your hip joint, and just try to relax and breathe in this position. Then from here, this is step one. From here, you're gonna bring the elbow that's close to the leg down, and then you're gonna open up and reach for the ceiling, increasing that thoracic mobility, right? That mid-back mobility. Eyes are on the fingers. Come back down, back up. 2, 3, just like this. 4, nice and easy. Don't have to be too aggressive with this. This is, again, this is mobility. This is opening up, you know, your hips, opening up your spine, rotating, moving in ways that we don't typically move because we're always sitting, you know, we're always in these stationary positions. So then after you do a series of movements on one side, switch to the other. Again, let yourself sink. Let your hips open up a little. You're gonna feel that through your inner thigh, through your groin. Especially for guys, my gosh, that part of the body gets so tight and so weak and underdeveloped because we're not moving laterally. We're not doing things in this deep position. Sink down, elbow, reach. Elbow, reach. One more, elbow, reach. One of my truly favorite exercises for just, you know, total body mobility. It is the world's greatest stretch. Let's keep going. Okay, and I love isometric training too. Isometrics is where you're working very hard, contracting a lot of muscles, but there's no movement. So here's one of my very favorite ones, which is an isometric side plank. I stack my feet, I got my arms straight. Beginners, you can go here, a little bit easier, forearm to the ground. If you're a bit more advanced or looking for more of a challenge, go straight arm. If you want a big challenge, you can lift the top leg, but let's start here. Keep the head in line with the spine. Arm on top, just relax. Hold position here. I am working tremendously hard to maintain a straight line right now, okay? I'm firing my obliques, my intercostals, my whole core area is working hard. I'm gonna hold this 10, 15, 20 seconds. I'm gonna relax down. I'm gonna flip around. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, another thing you could do, you could scissor the feet. So if you feel too unstable with stacked, go scissored. That's fine. I like to stack. I like to work, I like to work a little harder. See, you gotta really, you know it's hard and challenging when if you lose your focus, you fall out of alignment. And again, hold 10, 15, 20 seconds. You could do that for 3 sets. And man, you're not even moving, but you're working hard. Let's keep going. Okay guys over 40, here's a move that you're not doing enough of, I promise. You're not moving laterally enough, and I know that was a problem I faced. I was not moving side to side very much, and guess what? I was actually straining my groin area, my adductors, right? Because they were not getting enough work. So a great way to counter that weakness is to start to incorporate lateral motion into your workouts. So here's a very easy one. A body weight side lunge. Push it back. Boom. Lateral lunge. What a great exercise to target so many muscles in the legs. You're working your glutes, you're working your thighs, you're working your adductor group. It's a great stretch, it's opening up the hips. I love this exercise. After you do so many on one side, obviously, go to the other. It might feel a little different on one side than the other, based on your tendencies, your dominant side. But this is a great exercise. Try to keep that leg straight and just stay true to the movement. Only go down to where you feel comfortable and push back. What a tremendous way to work your legs with just your body weight and really do something that you're not doing enough of, that lateral or side to side motion. Let's keep rolling. Hey there. I got a nice big green rubber band. Man, I love these things. Now, yours might not be green. Yours might be orange or red or purple or black. It doesn't matter. These strength bands are fantastic. If you don't have an assisted pull-up machine where you train, then just grab yourself one of these heavy-duty strength bands or bands and loop it over your grip area, right? And then just pull it down under your knee. Because I know a lot of guys over 40, pull-ups are not, what they once were. Pull-ups are much easier, in our teens and our 20s. As we get older, we get bigger, we get heavier, maybe we just need that little bit of boost and we don't have a spotter. So the band is a great way to go. Pick any grip you want. I don't care if you want to go neutral, you want to go angled, you want to go close neutral grip, you can go pronated, outside wide. It doesn't matter, they're all great. Just pull up. So I love this grip right here. I put one knee in the band, full stretch position, pull the chin over the bar, back down. Boom. With the band, you should easily be able to get, like 8, 10, 12 reps. Nice full stretch. Get those lats to really stretch out. You really want to feel that stretch. It feels so good to really have that arm all the way overhead so that your ear and your bicep are right next to each other at the bottom. Pull up nice and tall. Try to get that chest to the bar. Can't go wrong with pull-ups. Work with your range, with your range of motion, and work with your own rep range based on your ability, but always try to make improvements. And as you get better, maybe you can eliminate this altogether. Let's keep going. And one of my all-time favorite exercises is the deadlift. I don't care what I'm picking up, if it's a kettlebell, like you're gonna see, a dumbbell, a trap bar, a barbell, a sandbag, it doesn't matter. I love deadlifting. I didn't know I loved deadlifting until about 7 or 8 years ago when I started to get a little bit better at it. And then I just started doing more of it. Like in life, the better you get at something, typically, the more you enjoy it, right? Because you see your gains. This is a great place to start. Pick a kettlebell that's 24 kilos or 32 kilos or even heavier, something that is a little bit challenging, right? Take a fairly tight stance is what I recommend. Now, you might want to do sumo, which is also fine, but in terms of focusing more on the hip hinge side of things, I like to start with more of a narrow or traditional stance that's more like hip to shoulder width, and then really focus on the hip hinge. So put the kettlebell kind of at your toes, really drive the hips back so that most of the movement is from here as you bend over. Grab the kettlebell so the lower part of the leg really stays fairly vertical, right? And then the head stays in line with the spine, and then boom, you're up. Here, feel that tension in the hamstrings, right up. Little bit of knee flexion, but mostly hip hinging. Deadlift. The eyes kind of stay on the horizon. Like I said, there's different ways to do deadlifts, but that's the way I really like to teach people first. Get good at that, focusing on that hip hinge, focusing on the lower leg kind of staying more vertical, Focus on the 3-point test. Your butt, your shoulders, and your head kind of all staying in alignment with each other. And you're off to a good start there. If you don't have a kettlebell, use a dumbbell, use a barbell, use a trap bar. There's so many options for you. Let's keep going. All right, I know you've been waiting for these dumbbells. Here you go. One of the best full body exercises you can do with a light to moderate set of dumbbells is a thruster. Dumbbell thruster, these are great with barbell or with just about any kind of weight, sandbags, you can go on and on, kettlebells. But I love dumbbells because they're just easy to hold on to and they're the most accessible. So I'll start facing, take a good squat stance, a little bit outside hip width, maybe even a little bit outside shoulder width. Have your toes out a little bit. You never want your toes inward. Typically, you don't want your toes just straight ahead. You kind of want maybe a little bit of a ducked out approach just for added stability and to help your knees go out wide, right? You bring your dumbbells up to shoulder height. Your elbows are below the weight. You sit down in a nice deep squat position. And the weights actually help you counterbalance yourself at the bottom. So your knees kind of come into the knees, your elbows, come into the knees rather. And then you come out of it, boom, and thrust that weight up over your head. So real time, boom. From the side, so you get a feel for the form. Here we go. Down, sit deep in there. You should be able to sink and hold that position. And then, boom. Push those knees out. So like I said, start with a weight that might feel a little easy to start with, but realize this is a full body movement. It's gonna get the heart rate up. Mine's already up. It's only 50 pounds. But 10 reps is a great way to start with this move. And before you get to too many reps, I would start looking at increasing load. All right, let's move on. Yeah, hanging underneath the barbell. That's right, I'm not putting any weight on the barbell, but I am pulling my body up to the barbell. The inverted row, a fantastic exercise that's really just a body weight movement. And so what you want to do is try to pull the chest to the bar, much like, you would on a bench press, right? So you're under the bar. I like to go legs pretty much straight, but some beginners might have to go like a bent knee, right? And pull up like this, fully stretch out those arms, chest to bar, back down. The more advanced you get, you can just really go off the heels, chest to bar, just like this. Such a great exercise for getting the back muscles, the biceps, right? You're strengthening your core by holding a strong position. Just a phenomenal exercise, a great pulling movement, and one of the favorite things that we do here at the compound on a regular basis when we do like big circuits of exercises like you see in this video. Let's keep going. Okay, now, for fellas over 40 years old, going deep in your squat can be a challenge. I realize that. I realize the tight hip things or the knee issues, right? Now, this is a great exercise, the suspension squat. It's really an assisted squat. So suspension straps are super popular. They're just about everywhere now where you can train. So what you want to do is stand a good distance from your anchoring point. You want your hands kind of out in front of your chest, right? Your feet in good squat width, good posture, and then all you're gonna do is just allow yourself to sit really, really deep in your squat without kind of like tucking at the bottom. So just go to where your range of motion allows you in your hips, in your knees. But the fact that you're holding on here is that assistance, right? It's taking a lot of the burden off some of the joints that might be ailing you, and you're only working with your body weight here. So keep those knees out wide and come back up. You don't have to hover down there quite that long, but this would be your rhythm, your tempo. Just a nice, comfortable squat. I just absolutely love these. Now, if you want to ramp it up a little bit, you can do a jump squat. But man, I just love how those feel, to really allow myself to sink down in that movement there and really just feel, you know, that in my hips. And the benefits for that movement right there are countless. And I highly encourage you to give this one a try. Only go as deep as you feel you can. Know your personal limitations. What a great exercise, 10 to 15 reps on that one. We'll see you in the next exercise. Okay, so another one of my favorite explosive moves for any guy, any girl, anybody is a medicine ball slam. These are so super fun. Grab a slam ball. It's important that you do this with a slam ball. Slam ball is kind of a soft, mushy, sand-centered ball that when you drop it, it just lands and does not bounce. Okay, so a slam is triple extension. Triple extension means that your ankles, your knees, and your hips all extend before, that's where you get your power from, right? So if you're starting from the ground with your ball, you come up, overhead, triple extension, boom, and back down, back up, boom, boom, up on the toes, slam it, slam it, slam it, slam it. I almost like lift myself up off the ground to get that power. Gosh, man, the heart rate spikes real fast. I have a 25-pound ball here. You could start with a 10-pound ball, a 15-pound ball. One of my truly favorite total body exercises. You wanna torch some fat, start doing some slams. You'll love it. All right, let's move on. Okay, now, you just saw a medicine ball slam. Now, I have the bigger kind of wall ball situation, right? This is that oversized leather ball. This one does have a little bit of bounce to it, not that much, but these nice big softer ones are terrific for rebounding off of the wall. And I love doing a side toss or a twist toss. You can really put some kind of that rotational power into the move, bounce it off the wall, really slam it into the wall, rotate back, kind of coming back towards the outside of your hip, boom, catch it off the wall. Good, strong, sturdy feet. Okay, what it looks like from the back here. Just absolutely love that. However many you do on one side, do it on the other. 10, 12, 15 reps is great. Again, heart rate up, maximizing your fat burn, working all kinds of muscles. Love that. Do like 3 sets of those. Let's keep going. Okay, now all guys like to work on their chest, like to work on that shelf, right? That upper chest area. So the 3-angle dumbbell chest press has long been one of my favorite exercises for my chest because you're working at different angles. It's just fun. You're gonna work with a moderate load because you're getting a bit more rep out of it, so a little bit more repetition. So pick a weight that's moderate that you can typically, you know, do comfortably for 10 reps or so. Kick it up. You're at a nice high angle to start. Just do like 5 reps here. You can go up to 8 reps on this, but maybe just start with 5. Nice clean reps. Keep those elbows fairly tight to the body to save those shoulders. Nice clean reps, back down. Change your angle, dropping the angle. So as you fatigue, you're increasing your leverage on the weight, okay? You could do this reverse where you start low and work up high, but this is the better way to do it. Start high and then work down low, 5 more reps. I think that was about 5. Down, last angle. So I'm just up from being flat. Starting right at the side of your chest. Wow. Just love the 3-angle dumbbell press. A terrific way to work the chest at different angles. Your only rest is the transition in moving the bench. Try to make it like a continuous set there. Keep your reps around 5 or so. I know you'll like it. Let's move on to our last exercise. Okay, last but not least, this is an often overlooked part of the body, but guys like strong forearms and a strong grip. And one of the best ways to get it is with a wrist roller exercise. Gosh, I remember my dad doing these when I was a kid. He had one of these things right next to his chair growing up. But just holding a dowel, I mean, this is obviously a tool that you can buy that we have, a legitimate wrist roller tool, strength tool here. This is by Valor, I think, or Rogue, sorry. This says Rogue right on it. This is a Rogue item. And then try to roll it. If you notice, I'm rolling it now the other way. So there's 2 ways to roll it up. You can twist it towards you or twist it away from you. Try to keep those arms out in front, just like a shoulder workout on top of it. Woo, burning those forearms. I promise you, if you do more of that, I mean, I feel that instantly in my forearms. You do more of that, you'll start to get those forearms like those carpenters, those construction guys that are working with their hands all day long. You'll get a stronger grip. You'll be able to grab stuff better in the gym. You'll be able to grip the dumbbells better, the barbells better, the overhead bar better on pull-ups, anything like that, because you're doing more of this exercise. If you're a guy over 40, start doing that. I know you'll love it. Thank you so much for watching this. If you're a guy over 40, I know these exercises are gonna help you live a better, fuller, more exciting and active life. These exercises work for me. And I love doing them, and they make the workouts fun. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Critical Bench YouTube channel. Click that notification bell. We upload several videos a week, and I know you're gonna love all of our content here at Critical Bench. And don't forget that free report, that free gift I mentioned at the start of the video, the 7 worst testosterone killers. It's right down there below. If you scroll, the pinned comment at the top, 7 worst testosterone killers, click that, download it instantly. So much great stuff in there to help you optimize your hormones. Can't thank you enough. Stay connected with us, and we'll see you in the next video.